Can you suggest a book, or how can someone find a guide to whole product development and other processes involved with it?
Okay. See, I mean, I'm not aware of a single book as such which can help you with this, but maybe I will just find out and then I will share it with the Ecell Yukta members, which they could possibly then post it on their relevant platform. I have not read any book, to be very honest, regarding this aspect, how to possibly go about it. But let me tell you that entrepreneurship is not a textbookish kind of a phenomenon. सो इट्स नॉट लाइक ये पहले फिर वो फिर ये, ऐसा बहुत ऐसे सिस्टमेटिकली आप जाने का थॉट प्रोसेस में मत रहिए. You should be ready to accept chaos and chaotic ways of going about the whole stuff. So there's some level of acceptance of chaos has to be there. I'm sure in your physics or in your science classes you have studied second law of thermodynamics, which talks about that 100% perfection is not possible, and nature by one way or the other introduces a degree of chaos or disorder in any system. So you have to understand that in practice, when you do entrepreneurship or product development, it cannot be a very rigid process. Every product has its own life cycle. It has its own sequence by which you have to go. Sometimes you have to innovate a new sequence and you have to do it. So some trial and error is required and do it. And the best way for you to know how a product has to be developed is, if you have an idea of a product, find out companies who are actually doing it right now, study their product development cycle. That will give you a fair idea as to how this particular product or service is actually being delivered across in the market. And then maybe you can point out some flaws in that process and innovate, tweak something, and come up with a new product development cycle. So this is a more practical way to go about it rather than reading any book as such. This is my personal view. And entrepreneurship is a very practical thing to do. Though the core ideas, core fundamentals, and the theoretical elements and principles matter a lot, and which you definitely can get through books. You can get inspired through books also, but go beyond the book and start practicing it with trial and error, with your own observation, with your own intuition, and with your own understanding of what goes on in real life. You will learn more. So I often learn a lot from my competitors. So I try to see as to how they are doing it, what is their thought process behind it, what are the merits and demerits in it. So there are a lot of flaws in our own program design, which I have corrected by looking at some of our competitors. So they have doing it a better way, and then I adapted that. Same thing has happened for them with respect to me also. I was doing few things better than them, then they have copied mine, and this keeps happening. So you have to keep learning from each other. That's why I said unlearning, learning and relearning. ये मंत्र आप याद रखो, कोई किताब की जरूरत नहीं है फिर, बिकॉज किताब भी एक सर्टेन आदमी ने लिखा होता है या सर्टेन सेट ऑफ माइंड्स ने लिखा होता है, शेयरिंग देयर एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ द पास्ट. You be in the present moment, observe what is happening in the present moment, in the current circumstances, see what solutions are being offered, see how much effective they are, how much they are working and not working. You tweak it suited to the requirements for the future. This is a better way to go about the process. This is the best product development idea which you can possibly go about it, rather than seeing something of the past and then trying to cut paste it here for the present. May not necessarily work.